everybody, Brian back with a Algorand update here. Okay, we can see that big red candle there. All right, not sure if all you guys know or not, Bitcoin had a massive sell order click on Binance last night. We expected this thing to break down out of here. Didn't really expect it to go that low. A lot of coins dumped hard. Okay, we expected a ABC and breaking down out of this. All right, so I expect a bounce. We're going to get a bounce. We always get a bounce. All right, I'll go over that real shortly here. First, I'm going to go over this article with you guys about this Bitcoin sell-off last night. In case you didn't hear, this is really interesting. It really is. So Bitcoin drops to 29,000 in sudden sell-off. The slide, which followed a huge market sell order at Binance, flushed millions of dollars worth of futures positions. And if you're not familiar with futures positions, that's guys that go long and short in the market. But of course, these guys were long Bitcoin, especially after it regained 30,000. Says here Bitcoin slid more than 3% in 15 minutes during European morning hours on Wednesday, taking the largest crypto by market cap to below 30,000 bucks. Then it took it down to 29,000. While the sell-off didn't appear to stem from any fundamental reason, that's very important. The sell-off didn't appear to stem from any fundamental reason. Immediately, an unusually large sell order on crypto exchange Binance and an unexpectedly high UK March inflation figure, more than 10%, may have influenced market sentiment. Says also in the mix, a so-called long squeeze. More than 25 million in futures were liquidated. Longs or bets on rising prices made 98% of the positions. Wait till you hear this down here. This is crazy. Says the hotter than expected UK CPI may have weighed over risk assets, including Bitcoin, but the gravity of the reaction has been far, far more severe in other asset classes. A senior analyst at CoinDesk said, using the acronyms for Consumer Price Index, CPI, seems to be more of a leverage washout. Binance OI and Bitcoin USDT perpetuals fell 5.1% in 15 minutes. Effects more severe in Ethereum with larger liquidation volume than Bitcoin, Lund said, referring to open interest, or the total number of contracts in the futures market, and also to perpetual futures contracts. Here it is right here. A Twitter trader that goes by at 52KSkew pointed out that a 16,000 Bitcoin sell order worth over $467 million at current prices preceded the dump, which may have initiated the long squeeze. I don't know why they put may have initiated. It definitely initiated it. 16,000 Bitcoin sell order on Binance. 16,000 Bitcoin is an unusual size to be market sold solely from Binance Spot. Usually the kind of sale happens before bad news comes out. Yeah, the person, if somebody's getting rid of 16,000, they might sell, 2,000 and another 2,000 or whatever. It's pretty odd to see a 16,000 sell order, on Spot. But we go down through here. It happened at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., and this guy tweeted this out, at 4:56, so he was right on the ball. And, he might have been up watching this thing, not sure, but had a alarm set or something, but he tweeted this out with the chart showing it there. Big sell-off. Liquidations refer to when an exchange forcefully closes a trader's leveraged position due to a partial or total loss of their initial margin. It happens when the investor is unable to meet the margin requirements for a leveraged position, meaning they don't have enough funds to keep the trade open. Large liquidations can signal the local top or bottom of a steep price move, which may allow traders to position themselves accordingly. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy, huh? 16,000 Bitcoin. That kind of threw everybody's charts off, I did, out of 8 coins yesterday. Thank the Lord, I got 6 of them right, but the other 2 I expected that they were, they were doing perfect 5-way patterns up, and the sell-off just threw everything out of whack. Here's the crypto bubbles. Now this is the hourly. You can see a lot of green popping up. An hour ago, every one of these were red. Okay, here is for the daily. We got one green. BitTorrent, that was up 22% just a little bit ago. So a lot of these on the hourly or the RSIs are getting reset, and they're doing a retrace. You know, here's the crypto fear and greed index. The market cap is down 4.08%, and the volume is up 25.7% over 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is still rising. It's up to 44.4. It's up 0.38%, and the crypto fear and greed indicator, I have no idea how this thing works. It's up to a 63. You know, even with Bitcoin dropping and everything dropping today, this went up 5 points. You know, it was at 58 yesterday. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate that so very much. And if you're interested in KuCoin, there's a link in the description of the video. You'll get 20% off of any trading fees. But here we go. Here's your top 100 on CoinMarketCap. You can see a couple are starting to turn a little green here. BitTorrent, of course, that's the big one, but real small. And you got a lot of stable coins in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stable coins out of 8. The rest are the other ones. The rest of the 100 are on the right in the red. So we knew a lot of these were going to come down today. Just really wasn't expecting that big dump. That really was crazy. Okay, now I'm expecting algo here. Okay, if you look at these RSIs at the bottom, okay, let's go through them first, and then we'll see. I'll point out what you want to watch for here. The 8-hour is about reset. Okay, let's look at the 12. We'll look at the higher ones first. The 12 is almost at the bottom. Okay, that thing's got another, maybe another 12 hours to go before it hits bottom there. So we looked at the 8's at the bottom, the 12's almost there. The daily is coming down. All right, it's at 14 and 45. The 4 is at the bottom. That's great. The 2 is at the bottom. And the 1 is towards the bottom. Okay, so this thing is primed for a bounce here. Everything else in the market is turning green. So first off, let's put a support line right there. We obviously have support there at almost 20 cents, call it 1987. Okay, this is on the 4-hour. If we look back through here, if we would lose that, you'd be looking at coming down there to that roughly 18-cent area. Now, what we want to watch for when we get this bounce, okay, I'm sure we're going to get one here. Whoops, let me get my arrow here. Let me just get a new one. Sorry about that. But this is important, okay? When we come back up to this zone right here, we have to break back through that 21, 21.2. We got to get back up above that, okay, and regain this for support, okay. Even if we would have done a correct ABC out of here, okay, that would have brought us down. Let me look here. The B would have came up to that 702, which would have put us roughly there. Okay, and if we took this down here to that would have dropped us out of here. Would have brought us down right to this line, actually. But that dump just really flushed us down here. Look at that sell order right there on Algorand. What do we got? 18 million when that dump happened. That was at let's get to 4 a.m. Same time Bitcoin had the big sell-off. 16,000 Bitcoin and everything else. So a bunch of people got liquidated there is what happened, and all them sell orders kicked in, and that's why that candle is so huge. Okay, so we have come down. We've grabbed solid support there right now at that 1984. We want to get back up through the 2120, call it 2120. We got to get back up through that, okay? That's number one. All right, so I'll keep an eye on this overnight, and if we would fall down through there, I don't see it happening with all these RSIs resetting, but if we would happen to, keep your eye on, that close to 18-cent range. You know, it could come down to there if we end up losing that. But if we end up taking, you know, even the measured move of this wedge, which you should use, you know, we'll take it right here. Yeah, it would put us down there. So hopefully that don't happen. I'm just showing you guys what could happen and what we need to regain. We need to regain that 2120. Okay, that daily RSI is pushing down. All of our other time frames are just about reset. Okay, but the 12-hour is pushing down some. The 8 is reset. Okay, our daily, that's the one that has me a little worried. And the smaller ones, the 4, the 2, and the 1 are all near the bottom. So expect a bounce coming, but we have to break up back up in here and use this for support, you know, and chill out here for a minute before we can make any moves higher. All right, that's number one. We need to regain that. We do not want to lose 0.1984. We do not want to lose that. All right, if we do, you can pretty much count on coming down to that 1787 range. All right. Yeah, so, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it very much. I apologize for rambling. I just want to make sure I get everything out there I need to say here. We expected this breakdown out of this wedge last night. We were calling for an ABC, which would have broke us down to this level, but that Bitcoin sell-off took us down, you know, a penny and a half lower, roughly, maybe a penny, something like that. Thank you so much, guys.